Yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Testing the new reactive Fuji. Fortunately, it's not a, similar to a PNG tuber, but hey. I thought it would make it easier that way for you guys to correlate when I start speaking and when I don't start speaking. Having it be fading in and out. We're still going to be doing RegiEleki hunts. Trying to get this shiny for the white one. We have the one in Pokemon Go already. I can showcase that off later, but like, it's meh. You know, it's kind of meh. But we have the time to do so, so let's go ahead and do so. Fortunately, I think I locked my Switch to the time span of 30 FPS, which is unfortunate for the people who might want to watch this at 70. But we should be good to go when it comes to this stuff and seeing what it'll. The only thing now we gotta figure out is how to actually get Shiny RegiEleki, so that way we can get the the thing. Let me see right here, Gen 8. What ball works best for RegiEleki? They still say Quick Ball, honestly. But I would say they say Ultra Ball just because of the fact that the Ultra Ball is kind of closer. But the Quick Ball is basically like the best choice for the regular colors. Which makes sense. That way you put a Quick Ball on a Pokemon you understand. There we go. But yeah, in this case, that's what we're catching up to do when it comes to this game. Is there anything we're going to catch up on? We should catch up on and see what's any other Pokemon news. Congratulations. Pokemon ZA is now out for Pokemon Home. And you can get yourself a Alpha Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil. So all the people who want to complete their decks can go ahead and do so. There's currently no reward for Pokemon Home, but we should be expecting to see. That should be a case later on in the future, and we should go out and do so. Going through the news today, there seems to be not much news when it comes to Pokemon Home from Cerebi. But we did have the fashionable day for Pokemon Go yesterday, so that way y'all who have been playing Pokemon Go got to enjoy that. Pokemon TCG Pocket had its new mission set, where basically they're just doing a bunch of hourglass offerings while doing new missions. Shouldn't be too bad. The only thing is that you have to wait to see. I know Superior right now is live for the event in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And we should be able to do Pokemon Pokepia soon when it comes to that game ever releasing. But we should be all good to go. So that shouldn't be all too bad, all things considered. Those are the major news updates for today. In regards to that, we are ready to just chill and relax right now when it comes to it. The vertical stream probably is suffering just because of the fact that you have to configure it. There's still the blue one, but there it is. Still blue, but that's fine. As we do have to manage both, but I don't think it's that bad, all things considered. This thing is going to be blue until the day I pass away, but oh well. So each moment is going to be 1 hour and 30 minutes, 1 hour and 30 minutes, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Whereas Zygarde is basically at least 3 hours and 13, but it's basically 3 hours and 13 of me discussing with people, understanding, and going through the process. But we should be all good to go, and should be all safe to say. Oops. Did not mean to do that. But hey, we should be all good to go when it comes to all of our set. Alright. It just sounds like the audio is good, just to make sure my monitoring's good, and we should be able to keep on going. Should be all able to set ourselves up. Yellow, blue. Let's see how we can go about for this one and do so. There's that dark blue. But we should be all good to go in that front. Eh. We just keep on trying. Dark blue yet again, but we should be getting closer to it, all things considered. But we should be all good to go. All good to go. We have a chance of seeing a shiny, but we have to just see if we can prioritize it and be able to do so. Nope. Still gonna be dark blue, but we are good to deal with that. Let me check to see what my Pokemon Go is looking like. I can check to see to make sure. Got silly dark blue on, but wait, we are doing fine as right now. Let me check to see what we got right now for the Gen A Shinies is that I have RegiEleki and Regidrago as extras in Pokemon Go. But I don't have a regular RegiEleki because a Pokemon Go RegiEleki is not as, how do I describe it, noticeable. But we should be all good to try. Still blue. Still dark blue, but oh well. And then dark blue once more, and then we just try to do yellow. Hey, we can see what will happen. We can see how it goes when it comes to this game. Hello, bonjour, good morning. Hey Drake, it's good to see you in the morning. How you been? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Just making sure that everything is going well for y'all. Let me put this up here, because I realize I'm blocking you, bro. Let's put you up here, and then have it right there. How you doing, bro? How you doing? You doing good today? We're just going to be doing some more RegiEleki hunting, hoping to get this one, even though we got it already in Pogo. I'm doing well, and you? How's the Dragalia going? I have no idea what you're referring to. I think I know what you're referring to, but I don't like what you're referring to. I think you're talking about the if you're talking about the bot, I'm still working on the bot. I'm still trying to set up bosses. It's not been it's pre I'm trying to be in the planning phases, but it's not going as well as I thought it would be. I still gotta figure out how to handle what is it? Doing boss HP, and then figuring out how the attack stats would work for people when they fight the boss, and whether that's a time thing or whether it be some sort of simulation. But I don't think it's gonna be too bad once I get it down and figure it out. I see you mildly chuckling at me. Chuckling. That's the word. You and Poyo sitting there actually doing business days right now as well. I see that Poyo is still doing his Lumios decks while we are sitting here trying to figure out and do these things. I'm wondering, Drake, how much of that progress are you doing for your Dragalia extension? Or is it not the Dragalia extension? It's the Minecraft extension. How's that going for you? Is that everything well for you? Seems like a ton of work though. It's more so pre-planning than it is actual coding that I'm worried about. Shouldn't be too bad, all things considered. I was gonna establish an audio capture device for the stream, so that way when I do shiny hunts, I could just say not shiny, and that should print out the audio using PyAudio in Python. But I don't know if I want to bother doing that. It would be nice, but I would have to do all the coding right now, do the PyAudio while I'm setting up. Actually, I have a free hand right now. I could do that right now, actually. Port wave, and then do a bunch of stuff later. And I'll just use the auto suggestions to figure that out. Dragalia mod, I'm suffering from code changes, yeah. Ah, gotcha. Right. I was waiting for the change to Vulkan to update the mod, but I guess I'll go back to it at some point. See, that makes sense. Because I think that you were mentioning the fact that since the refactor, you have to refactor all of the development due to the issues that you were seeing with the new update that Minecraft's doing with their Vulkan update. So it makes it makes sense to me that you would have to go back and refactor through everything. But hopefully, best of luck when it comes to that. Hopefully that's fast. It's not too hard. I don't know, maybe in some way like the documentation for it will not be too bad to read when it comes to what exactly has changed in regards to the updates and the other details. While doing this, let me go ahead and also set up a Python environment while I'm here. In fact, right now, while we're doing the RegiEleki hunt, I can set up and do on the other side. I can start doing coding, so that way we can set up the actual audio capture, create a file, and then display the file for the purpose of actually doing the shiny hunting. Let's just do that right now. That should be easy to do. I'll just create a main and then just have the main just be whatever it's called. Python not found. Dang. Let me check Python. Do I only have Python? That's why. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so using Python 3, create the environment, select the workspace. Open up a new ZCH. ZCH should audio capture device. Still blue RegiEleki, shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, exactly, and I have to wait for Minecraft to actually transition to Vulkan faster. But yeah, I'm expecting something like 100,000 lines to rewrite roughly. So what exactly is in that 100,000 lines that you're worried about? Is it the engine that you're working on when it comes to Minecraft? Is it the DL engine that you're working on, or is it gonna be closer to what the assets that are being generated and like the NPC stuff you have to translate into Java? That's the main issue. Hmm. I'm actually curious since I'm not sure what exactly Minecraft is, and like I've mentioned before, I've never played Minecraft as a person besides like the phone version, and that's about it. I've never experienced like what people consider to be like true Minecraft. Huh, why didn't it? I need to do the source bin. Source bin activate. Source bin. Dot bin. Let me rig that out. We can make this code right now while we're doing it. Bin activate. Yep, there we go. And then let's do some installment. Let me check pip. Yep, pip's installed. Let's go ahead and just install PyAudio. Mainly the whole rendering of attacks in Minecraft. That's a whole new system to add. Lines, red marking, and purple AoEs, etc. Gotcha. That makes sense. I'm wondering, Drakers, do you have? We saw that there was one other developer who was making stuff like that. Are you? I guess I don't know how fair it is or how responsible this would be, but I'm wondering then, have you been into contact with that modder who made that engine, seeing how they're planning on handling the updates to Minecraft with Vulkan through that case? I would be curious to see like how that is working for your regard. Oh, I'm just now noticing the chat isn't even loading properly. Interesting. Why is that? Oh well, that's fine. But we should be able to be good. Oh yeah, it's not loading correctly. Huh, interesting, interesting. Oh well. If the chat's not loading correctly, I'll just read them out so that way people will be able to find them later. Servers tend to not update for a long time. Also, they're using things that aren't mods to make things work, so that's different. Gotcha, yeah, because they're making a system and engine for that server in the first place, which makes it easier for their case to use it. Entity displays, if I recall, which is something I don't know how to handle. Interesting. Is there no documentation on like on entity existence for Minecraft and its displayability? Is there truly not? Display entities are entities used for map or data packs to display various things. There are block displays, item displays, and text displays. It looks like I got something from the Minecraft wiki, and then I just saw the Reddit. I'm assuming that you already seen all this stuff, and you probably have Google searched all this material already. I am wondering to see exactly like what is kind of like the issue, just so that way we can figure out what is the context for the game. I always forget technically. Does the right? We throw the Pokemon reacts. The ball the shiny hunt pops up, and then it pops up the thing. So in this case, we should be actually seeing that the other thing happen. Still dark blue. But let me go ahead and then let me install Python audio. There you go. I'm gonna pip install some PyAudio, and then I'm gonna be using that to actually see if I can track and be able to handle a case of actually having a regular incremental counter while we're doing this. So while I'm shiny hunting, I can code in the background while you guys see if we can get the shiny. The chat disappeared from the stream again, by the way. Oh, I do see that. Yeah, but it's really pain because it's not exactly used to come with limitations I don't like. Yeah. I am seeing that the stream is disappearing because it seems to be that that 30-second marker is not staying long enough to notice. I do have it set to 30 seconds, just because that way it doesn't, people don't see it. Yeah, but it's basically a pain because it's not exactly easy to use and comes with limitations that I don't like. Interesting. What are the limitations on that, if you don't mind me asking, Drakius? I mean, as you mentioned earlier, there are the issues, but I'm wondering then, like, what has not been, like, talked about in that regard? Interesting. It's taking a long time to actually download this, interesting. The Pi Audio is actually taking quite some time to actually download, into the wheel. But we should be able to get the audio capture soon and then rewrite the file so that way we can have a live RegiEleki display counter. What did it say right here? Port Pi Audio. Seems to have an issue with the it looked like there's some issues with the Python to C transpiller is having issues when installing Pi Audio. That's interesting. They're not actual entities, so you have to cheat everything from the animations to the brain logic to fit. Oh, okay. So you basically have to just... So they can't be actual Minecraft entities for translating Dragalia Lost characters and their corresponding... Oh, wow. That's... Damn, that sounds like... I feel like we had this conversation before, so apologies if I forgot all of this, but that does sound very difficult to do. It's asking me to pip install. Okay, fine. Let me pip install. Okay. Okay, that's good. This Pi Audio is available for Mac. Is it available for... It doesn't look like it is. Pi Audio deprecated is available for Mac. Requires the port audio library to be installed first, usually via a homebrew, followed by using pip install Pi Audio in your terminal or environment. Oh, okay. So in order to get Pi Audio, I need port audio library. What is the port audio library? I've never heard of this library before. The port audio library is open source cross-platform audio API. Open source computer library for audio playback and recordings. Interesting. So I can't... So it's a whole system. Okay. That's interesting. The wrapper that provides a uniform application API across different hiding the complex of native audio subsystems. Interesting. From clipping or dithering. Okay. Oh, that's not actually that bad. So if I can't use Pi Audio, but let me just look at this. Audio, speech recognition libraries in Python. Let me see. Nope. The speech recognition library supports multiple backend systems. Pi audio required alongside speech recognition to capture real-time microphone output. Okay, so I'm gonna need speech recognition anyway. To plus it a simple listen and transcribe. Okay. See, that's fair. But that's not too bad, all things considered. But it looks like I still need to have port audio in there beforehand. Dark blue is there. First off, requirement is that through Python 3.9 is required to use the library. So yeah, of course 3.9 and above. Makes sense. Required only if you need to use the microphone output. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Should have Flask. Do you need to have port audio though? Oh, they have documentation already updated for Open API handling. That's kind of interesting. What are you doing exactly with Python right now? I'm actually trying to do so that's what I'm trying to say like things like just deep blue or saying not shiny and then letting an automatic incrementer go for all the shiny hunting right now. So that way every single time I see a non-RegiEleki that's shiny, I'll just say not shiny and then it automatically will increment the counter to go up by 1. That way we can keep track. Well, that way I don't have to, manually write through a file just to have the updater. I can just have a audio updater, write the file, change the file, and then display it for the purposes on the stream. So I'm only trying to see right now what exactly I can do. The only thing is I have to see if Pi Audio is only available because it requires the port audio to be installed first. So in that case, I need to brew install port audio. Alright. Hopefully, there's nothing malicious about port audio. Let me check to make sure that there's nothing like malicious that's happening. Port audio library, Mac. I don't think there should be. I don't think there is a case. Oh yeah, that would be nice. But can't you do it visually instead? It sees the blue, it increments it instead of you having to actually say it. So I could do that, but that requires I would have to share my screen for OBS audio. I have to use OBS. I would have to plug in through the OBS API, if I believe so. Have it capture my screen, and then use my screen to auto increment the counter. And plus, you would have to figure out how to distinguish the color blue versus me saying a word is kind of easier in that regard. I don't know. It's weird to say, but I think audio recognition is way easier to handle versus visual recognition. Because if I want to use this for another case where we do other shiny hunting, I can say not shiny and have it scale up to for other features and other Pokemon in the future. It would be easier to have using visual cues, but I don't know if visualization will be useful if I don't know what the shiny is or if I don't even know what the picture of the shiny looks like in the future. Oh, it looks like Drake, you're getting auto-translated because it changed your hey to Internal Naruto's place to translated Heya to hey, which is kind of funny. Also, by the way, the nice thing about the reactive images is that I can set it up so that way we can be in a group. So if I were to join the VC right now for our chat Drakius, we can all be showing up on the stream. So it's not too bad. Alright, let me lower the decibel range because I think it's picking up the fact that people are doing stuff. Yeah, I did. It translated the Buenos Dias as good morning. I did notice that it did that the first time. I didn't even notice that it's doing auto live translations for YouTube now. It's interesting. I'm assuming it's trying to be like, since I set the language for the stream to English, it tries to auto translate everything that's being said to me in English, which is actually kind of cool. So I can have like people who might be like speaking like French, Japanese, Hindi, all in this one language, and they could still be able to communicate to me as a streamer. That's kind, like I said, that's kind of interesting. I'm gonna try speaking in cyberpunk language and see if it translates. Cyberpunk? I actually didn't know that's a don't recognize language. Really? Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk language. I've never heard of this. Straight slang. Fast-paced, jargon-heavy dialect blending text-speak, corporate slang, and multicultural influences such as especially Japanese and Spanish to reflect a dystopian future. Key terms include eddies, chrome, deck, and chumba. Chumba? I've never heard of this. Interesting. I've never heard of this dialect. Hey, a chum, is that what you're doing, Nova, or not? Are you a gonk or not? Just for the test. Yeah, that I don't think it auto-translated that. I don't think it did. Cyberpunk, eh? That new language even I didn't know about. Alright. Looks like brew install Porter Audio was done, so we can go ahead and do Pi Audio. There we go. Looks like Pi Audio is doing well. Still building the wheel for the dependencies for Pi Audio, but I think it's going to be able to do so now that I did port audio. Yep. Successfully went through. Yep, it's able to install Pi Audio, it's now be able to install Wave as well. Let's see if we can use the speech recognition to just create a file, have the file be read by OBS, and then see what is going on. The also nice thing from what I'm seeing from testing the OBS stuff is that it uses CSS and HTML. So if I get, one day get very, very tired or very, very lazy, I could customize the HSS and the CSS of the text coming back for the chat. I could do that, but like I don't have my own style or technically idea of what I want to have, like what the chat look like. I would be interested though to think about. I will see. We will see. That lowers it. Okay, that still has me speaking through. Let me also lower the music a bit, just so that way I can have it be a little bit closer to mine, and then we can have me speaking a little bit louder. Also, I've not been paying attention, so I could have missed the shiny, and I've not noticed. I am seeing like a corner of blue in my eye, so I'm just been noticing it while I'm doing this coding. dark blue again, but that's fine. Alright, let me go ahead and do the print, and then let me see if I can use PyAudio here. PyAudio is available now that I have it. Let me see if I can use the Python script to do some stuff. PyAudio, usage, microphone. Still dark blue. P equals PyAudio. Get device info by index if info. So I have to get the channel name, and if I get the channel, then I can be able to open it, stream read the chunks, and then try to see if it's able to find it. I don't think it was white. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, this Pokemon is one of the few ones where like you don't. I'm not actively paying attention to it. I'm just looking at it to see what if it's blue or not. Yeah, so we're all good to go. Also, I guess since it's been a while since I'm doing here, we can also make it so that way, Drakius, you are now officially, technically, the first mod of the channel. You are now the first mod of the channel. It is with great honor and great pride that I now announce you as the first mod of the channel. There you go. And then I'll make sure so that way internal and outdoor plays can also be a mod as well. There we go. That way y'all can handle stuff. That way internal and outdoor plays and both Drakius are going to be mods for the case. Time to abuse your powers by kicking yourself. Unfortunately, that might be the case. You do get a nice, cool, blue icon, which is actually kind of cool. You get to kick all the people who are not visible on this place. Still dark blue? Okay. Let us go ahead and see if I can get this PyAudio working correctly. So I got the chunks loaded. I need to get the stream up for streaming the audio. Let me just go ahead and open that. Then... and I have to try while true to process data and see if this will work. See if that looks good. Get the main Pi looking up that, and then stream stop stream, P terminate. That does mean I need to give Visual Studio access to the thing, but I think that's fine. Shouldn't be too bad of an option, honestly. Okay. Then we have to use data to basically see what we're getting. I'll put wave and then just throw it right there. We'll use wave to open the file, take some file changes, and then be able to do so. Dark blue. Still dark blue. But all well, all well and good. Let's see if that goes well. Alright, that's the dark yellow. I got the wave file up. Now let me go ahead and import this. Still yellow, but that's fine. For now, at least. But we shall see. Says the blind man. Let me just deport some of these libraries that we're using and then try to see. So sorry, I had to check something. Did I miss anything? Nah, you didn't miss anything. I'm still actually testing right now the speech recognition. The default microphone is used in audio source, otherwise device index should be the index of an integer between the pi audio and the pi audio get noise. So I have to figure out how to figure out the pi audio index, microphone index. To figure out microphone index, Python. Do I have to just list everything? Oh, to list out everything? That sucks. What do you mean? That's kind of crazy to say. I have to list out all of the numbers and then see what it is? Alright, I guess I'll do that first. But it makes sense, I guess. Alright. Just... Actually, let me put this inside the trigger. So that way when it does it, it automatically will handle that case. So, tap it up. Do that. Let me clear the console history, and then... Let me do this right now, so that way it doesn't run this. Let me just run the start debugging, and then let me check the current Python file. See what it's giving me. Check to make sure nothing else is coming out. Let me turn off the audio for this, and then let's just see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the the default is the recording device for the usage of the Elgato. Gotcha. Okay, since the Elgato is the default, the one that I want to use is input device 1. Okay, that makes sense. Let's just use 1 in this case, and then that should be all. Okay, now that we know that, that's still blue. And then let me see right here. Just go ahead and test it using the speech recognition. Try the main, run the terminal, and then let's see. Hello world, am I speaking? Yeah, I'm going to allow you to access. Let's see right now. It's listening. Let's see right. Okay, yeah. So basically it is able to find my text and be able to do so. I didn't say anything, but my lack of maturity forces me to say it. The sound RegiEleki does in the English is the P word in French, which is quite something, not gonna lie. Wait. Wait, you're serious? Wait, is that actually true? RegiEleki is saying the P sound in that's that noise right there then and there. That's the P sound in French? Are you serious? That's kind of insane to think about. Type it with French after that, yeah. Not P sound, P word. Type it with French after that, yeah. Also, to be fair, the only P word I'm thinking of at the top of my head, I actually don't know which. Wait, wait, hold on, wait, hold on. There's 2 to 3 P words I'm thinking of at the moment. Which one are you saying that it is? Might need to DM this to me. Oh, just got out of the streaming. Let me go back in. Oh, the male one. Okay, the male one. Okay, that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. So let me then. I feel I gotta go to incognito just to make sure I gotta trust this. Trust this, because there's no way that this is what that is what it is. Is it? This is kind of crazy to think to say that. All right, English to French. Hold on. Okay, it's okay. It's I think it's a 1-to-1 translation of the word, unless I'm being dung. Because like this is it's only translating it just as the word itself. Are you talking about Z? Are you talking about the? Oh, are you talking about what where it says ZZZ? Oh, wait. Oh, I was thinking you're talking about like the actual the word itself. No, you're telling me that ZZZ is. Are you serious? What? You're telling me? There's no way. I thought you were talking about the actual sound it's making. No, it. This? Oh my god. Okay, now hold on. I didn't expect to have a French lesson to learn. What? What? Why is that? Why is it that word in French? What? What are we doing? What? What? There's no way. That's kind of insane to think about. French got us messed up. If that's what it's actually saying, that's crazy. That's kind of, no idea, but yeah, that Pokemon is a pervert. Yo, this is ruining my complete image of RegiEleki as a Pokemon now. That it's saying Willy as a Pokemon. What are we doing? Why is it this word? Oh, what? You know, being a male character in this situation is not a good idea then. Actually, I don't know what would be worse in this context, actually, let me rephrase that. I don't know what would be worse of having a male character or a female character here in this instance. Okay, that's crazy. Alright. The heck, man. Okay. Alright, let me see right here. What would be the best way to configure it so that way it can do so? I just actually managed to see it after I spoke and it said let's see right now. So if I run the terminal again just to try it, it looks like the audio is able to capture my voice and be able to update. So how can I do it while it's true? I can no longer hear you well? Oh, okay. Let me raise up the thing. Let me raise it up. Are you able to hear me now? Or do I need to raise it louder to be like, now you can hear me now? Alright. That's better. Yeah. See, my concern was that I can hear people stomping, so I was worried that was coming through the audio. But if you can barely hear me, then I think then we're fine with the people who are stomping around. Best French lesson ever. So yeah, so I can't just read without being like, what? No idea, but yeah, the Pokemon's perfect. Yo, the image and the idea that French players have to deal with the fact that RegiEleki is a pervert, it might be the most funniest thing I've ever seen. So what is it in French? What is he saying in the beginning? The dark blue. I remember, not gonna lie, gotta check. Okay. Yeah, you let me know what French RegiEleki is versus what English RegiEleki is. All we know is that apparently English RegiEleki is banned from France. How to have speech recognition continuously listen. I gotta check to see if speech recognition has a timestamp because I want to see. Equivalent to start to prevent the recognizer listen or recognizer listen in background to continuously capture and process audio. Okay. So I'm gonna have to use, okay, recognizer, listen, r.listen in background. Then try while seeing if it's able to capture key. Interesting. So it's in key in France. But the English one is saying, it's English one is a pervert. Interesting. Alright, so the audio, going back to the audio thing, just for ambient noise, it's going to be able to filter the duration, so it's going to calibrate the energy. Then we're going to have audio or listen to the background while trying to see if it can recognize every single time it does the audio cue for. Quarterly chord phase from source with that audio data instance as soon as each phrases are detected. Return the function that objects when called request that the background listeners return the function object when called requests that the background listener thread stops. The background thread is a daemon that will not stop one program from exiting if there are no other daemon threads. The function accepts one parameter's wait for stop. If truthy, the function will wait for the background listener to stop before returning, or otherwise it will return immediately in the background. This might be still running for a second or two after additionally. Okay. Okay. Recognition, listen in background. So that means, do I need to put it in the while true loop, or do I just need to have it so that way it's listen in background? This method spawns operating team solution can enable VI successfully. Must provide a function that the library calls whenever it detects and captures a complete phrase. This function receives two arguments: a recognizer instance and an audio data object. The method returns a callable function executing this function stops the background listener. It is recommended to use adjust for ambience once before starting the background noise to help a system distinguish between your voice from static. This method spawns a dedicated background thread to capture phrases from a microphone. So looking at the reference for this, dark blue. Don't have to do this inside a with statement. Stop listening is now a function that will stop when we're called. Stops background listening. Okay. With the R microphone as source. Okay. Start listening in the background until we don't have to do this inside a with statement. Do some unrelated computations. We're still listening until the main thread is doing other things. Calling this function requests that the background listener stops listening. Stop listening. Wait for stop equals false. Yeah, so you just use r.recognize Google recognition. Okay. Fortunately, it does look like you have to use the Google API to get the r.recognize, which is kind of insane because I'm wondering then that's probably gonna have an API price. Google recognition, Google speech recognition. Powered by Google Assistant Cloud Speech, allowing users to control devices, search, and transcribe text hand-free using AI. Oh, it uses AI. It'll say AI, but I doubt it's using AI Hey Google, available on things. Open the Google Chrome. Google also offers AI-powered real-time text. I don't need that. Using Google AI. Yeah, it seems that a lot of this is going to be interesting. Be right back in roughly 10 minutes. Yeah, no worries. There it is. I highly doubt we're going to find the shiny in the 10 minutes that you're going to be gone away. That's only like 30 tries, so it's not going to be too bad. But yeah, if that's the case, then that means the listening API is going to need to know. It might be easier just to set up a widget that allows me to press a button and it automatically auto-increments the decrementer, rather than doing all this stuff. It would be realistically more easy than doing all this. But we will have to see. We shall see. I think I might take a short break just because I need to go. But I should be back in roughly like around 5 minutes. Just need to take some time. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Just give it some time. I'm back. Let go. Let's see if we can get that file written down and be able to be used. Alright, you have a shield and turn on auto play. That means that you are a mod now. So you can start doing stuff. You can do things in the game. Spamming all those emotes, I can tell, just by looking. Oh well. We will see what will happen, we will see what will not happen. That's all it is. Alright, trying to see right now the audio, our listen, and background noise. Honestly, it might be easier just to have it so that way I have a file that's written. Alright, go. Might make it easier, just make it a with the counter instead of doing all this. Go right there. And then read. I have that people install keyboard. Oh my god. Shh. Keyboard. Let's do that. Import. Oh, I wasn't even controlling that. Let me go ahead and do that. Import keyboard. Let's see how this goes. I'm creating the RegiEleki account. Hey Drakus, welcome back. Yeah, I'm right now just I changed it so that way it's just a file input where I just grab the file. There you go. Let me see what the wild true loop is doing. Because I need to figure out how to do the wild true loop while also figuring out some stuff with the Python. Try keyboard interrupt. Python. Took up pressing Control C. Alright. Alright, that's how it works. Except keyboard interrupt. Except keyboard interrupt. Expect expression. Still dark blue, but let's see how this goes. Let me see if I can add the there we go. Try letting the keyboard interrupt happen, and then let me see. Rit F countdown. Alright, there we go. And then let me try running this through the terminal and seeing if we can get this to read. Let me just start debugging. Let's see. If I press the key button, that's equal. So if I press key button, what does that do? Must be run as an administrator, huh? Must be run as the administrator. Interesting. Main. I probably have to run the main.py as the actual solution to this. Alright, so we created the RegiEleki counter? Yeah, I did. But I probably have to run through the actual thing to see. Must be run as the administrator. What is that? OS 13 must be run by the administrator. Oh, I have to run sudo. Okay, fine. That's fair. Yes, I would like to let it use... Yes, I like to let it use the keyboard. Of course. Computer. Fine with that. Basically, I'm going to use it to increment the counter. Did that update the count? That did not update the count, actually. Unless I'm being... That's still a regular RegiEleki. Still gotta go through. So far, the file is not actually getting updated. Okay, there we go. It couldn't handle doing the shift, but it could handle doing A. Alright. That makes more sense. Now we have the actual file there. So if I were to add a file, or in this case a text speech, let's just say RegiEleki counter, and then let me just say import from a file. I have to find where this is. Audio capture. Coding, audio capture, RegiEleki counter. Yep. Now I got it on the screen. Now, because of the fact that we see that the RegiEleki counter is not there, or in this case, where did the RegiEleki counter go? Interesting, the thing disappeared. So that way, if we do text, do counter, and then we just do pick from file, it should pop up. Okay, and then just put on, then just lower it, so that way it's not too big. And we put it right here on the side. Now I don't think I need to edit it now, because what it's going to do is that now it's just going to check to see every single time I press the word A. So if I press A, automatically updates to 3. And then if I press A again, yep. So I press A right now, it's automatically counting up to 4 and 5. So not that bad of a deal. Alright, that wasn't shiny, so we press A, and it just automatically updates to 5. Ooh, that's slowing. That is chunking. Let me see what the live is looking like. Oh, that is chunking. Why is that chunking? Is it chunking for you guys, or is it just Hey, thanks, Rick. Yes. Although, am I the only one seeing that this is lagging, or is this just me? Learn how to use the encoder. Oh, interesting. It says that I'm not even. Is it lagging, or is it just me? Oh no, I'm on playback 25 somehow. There we go. And then I'll just keep on going. So it shouldn't be too bad. Just run this program while I'm waiting. What do you mean by that? It looks like my playback speed for some reason on my my live stream, it looked like it was going at like 4 times less speed. But now that we have the RegiEleki counter, we can just hit A and now we're good to go. I don't see any lag. Yeah, it looks like it was just because my video was at 0.25 speed. Shouldn't be too bad. Hit that A. It should be updating. Yep, there we go. Let me put that also on the bottom right here. Let me just shorten it up a bit. That way it doesn't take up too much space. Put it on the top. And then we can just go forward. I don't see any lag. That's good to hear. Then if I hit A right here, it should update to 9. Yep. There we go. I think we're at 9 so far, so I'm good to go when it comes to pressing the button. I hit that too early, but we can check to see if RegiEleki count has been 10. There we go. Going in. Just go ahead and press A. Should update automatically. Let's see. Nope. Press the A button again. And then, yeah, we should be good to go, all things considered. That's at least a nice addition to the stream, so that way I have something that could run in the background while we do shiny counting. Press A. There we go. A. There we go. No shiny. Press A again. Should be all good to go. There we go. Now we have a counter just to have them make it so that way it's good. Now that we technically have the counter, we're all set to just watch this continue to get bigger and bigger. There we go. Yeah, not a bad setup. It would be easier with audio, but it looks like it's going to use the API for Google recognition, which uses AI, which means that we would have to set up a token and, you know, cost money. And I would prefer not to do that. I'd rather not waste money on my cases just because of the fact that I can make some because the money is possible. And that. It also helps that in the blink of an eye, you can already go through around like what 18 to like 19 counts of like RegiEleki. So like this counting is also going to help me just track later in the future. Ooh. Is there anything else I could develop that would be useful for this? Now that I'm in a coding, having code one little thing, it gives you such a big boost to code other things in life, man. I always forget that, and I always respect the fact that coding is like this. Alright, let's just see how this goes. Interesting, both streams are now actually at a slower speed. I have no idea why the playback speed for these regular videos is so like low. That's interesting though. If I get a mouse, that would also be good, because if we get a mouse click and then use the mouse, would be also just equivocally easier as well. But we would have to figure that out. I know there's some other useful stuff you can do with Elgato, such as being able to use the Elgato material to do so, but I would have to check to see. Look, we can just keep on going. So far, we've encountered nothing that is blue. Hopefully. Should be better paying attention. Still blue, all things considered. And it should be all good to go. Have that 28. Ooh. Oh, if this was a launcher that was properly set, it would be not as bad as I thought it would be. Alright. My phone is good to charge. I press A. Yep, should automatically update to 3.0. There we go. One thing I'm tempted to check to see is just seeing if the number actually does go up or down based on the actual allocation. There we go. Well, we don't see that. Drakeus, what about you? What have you been doing so far while we've been watching the stream? Just chilling around. Are you just enjoying yourself? Alright, another RegiEleki counter. Coding some things, but I'm getting way more very sleepy, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's probably like around like 8, right? Like, man, I feel old now to the point where I fall asleep around like 10 or like 11. Instead of going to bed at like 2 or 3 a.m. just like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, I get way too exhausted now, relatively, for like things that I could have done like way before my time. And I don't like it, honestly. I don't like the fact that I'm getting way too sleepy in comparison. There we go. Ten actually, so I'm going to sleep soon, I guess. Oh, really? Yeah. Exhaustion peaks, man. Exhaustion peaks. I was just talking to a Eternal Naruto plays about that himself, and he was saying they're being like lazy about it. I'm like, bro, you got that young sprout energy, and you're wasting it on some sleep. You got some sleep, like you got 12 hours of sleep yesterday. What you doing? You shouldn't be sleeping right now. You already had enough sleep. Trying to tell him to actually, do some light studying, make sure he was doing well, doing all that good stuff. Let me check Cerebi. Let me see if that RegiEleki is still there. 'Cause it should be the case that we see it. There's A. Still blue, man. Tiring, but oh well. Still blue. Although, why did I feel like that should have been shiny? Nope. Oh well. We're just gonna watch as this RegiEleki counter go up and up and up and up. I think I'll call it today actually then for the stream at around 2, like so around 19 to 20 more minutes, and then afterwards I can actually go start programming some more stuff. Because like this was just a small test of just seeing like what I can do with like some of the coding stuff, and then also doing with the reactive images. And so far, I think today's been a really successful day, getting all this accomplishments and stuff done. Just getting this testing done, getting some of the features done, and then raising to see if we can polish this up more and being able to do some decoding of streams. I'll see what I can do to actually polish this up more. But I'm excited, really excited to see how this will go. All in all, I gotta say this is like a great stream for today. This will we get the shiny before the end then? I doubt it. My expectation is that this is gonna go up until like around 4096, just because of the chance. But I am looking forward to see how big that counter will go, because I've not added all the chances we did before then. But we shall see. We shall see. And the bright side, I could probably get them coding done then for other applications. But we shall see about that. Still nothing. But hey, 52 is a good number. 50! Let's go, baby! This is what we're going for. That's what I want. Woo! Alright. Ah, well. It also kind of shows how lazy I am because like I should have had the motivation to do this Python script that does the counting by itself before stream, but I was like but like I had no motivation until we literally got on stream. I was like, you know what? I'll do it right here, right now. I feel like that's gonna be a recurring theme. It's just me not having the will to do things until later, much later. But that might be just a hint of procrastination at the very moment. Nope. I should make it so that way one of these is me going back and forth, huh? Oh, I double counted. Let me go back down. I probably should do one of these and then skip it down. I just realized I double counted. Oh, I didn't? Oh no, I did. I thought I double counted. No, I didn't. Ooh, that dark blue. Gonna keep on repeating, so we just keep on going. Still going up. Let's see about that. Press A again. Other than that, chat, anything else new? 64, we get into there. Double count that one. At this rate, I'm counting more of the encounter than I am counting this. But let's see how this goes. Nope. say again. And let us go on our merry way. Still dark blue from what I've seen. That Shiny Giants event, though, is going to be a pain in the butt to get for Pokemon Go, because you have to apparently finish both the Platinum decks for Fairy and Rock, which means I have to catch around 2,500 Fairy types, 2,500 Rock types, in order to get that medal. And there's no Rock type spawning right now, and the only Fairy types that are spawning right now is Mimikyu and Dendene, and even then, those are pretty not, like, often spawns, from what I've seen. So I gotta figure out how that's gonna go when it comes to that process. And the legendary right now is RegiDrago, who is neither of options. We will have to see how this goes and how this will be affected. I'm still thinking about the RegiEleki thing. That is gonna horribly taunt my image of this mon forever, knowing that the last Pokemon I need is the Willy Pokemon. Oops, I double clicked. Which means I gotta do that twice. Alright, one, and then we do one right here where we just don't count it. It's not that bad though, because from what I've seen, the RegiEleki hunt is only around 20 seconds it takes, and that's gonna count only around, what do you call it? It's only 20 seconds, so 3 times, what, 60? You get 180 chances to look at a Pokemon to see if it's shiny. Which is not bad by all means considered. So doing the math, we should be good to go. We got 8 more minutes before we have to wrap chat up. And then I will work on doing some interesting plugins for OBS. See if I can do anything fun. See if I can do anything interesting. I assume OBS has an API, which I'm wondering to see how that's going to be used, and I will see if I can do some other fun stuff. We are at 78. I wonder if we'll get the chance to get to 90. Nope. I highly doubt this will be very under odds if we get it under 80, even though technically there's been like probably another 200, 300 chances we've been trying to get Shiny RegiEleki, so I doubt it. Nope. Alright, just 20 more. And still not shiny, but like what we can do. Any interesting stories I got when it comes to what we're doing right now? I don't think I got anything really interesting, but I gotta think about something. That way we can keep track of doing this. Let's see how this goes. Nope. Oh, well, we gotta keep on trucking and trying and trying and trying. Press the A button. I think I'm looking forward more to pressing the A button than I am looking forward to the shiny at this point. Just because of the fact that I managed to get the coding working right. Granted, it was just one file that I made, but a main file, but like, you know, like, you take those small wins as you get them. There we go. Small wins are wins nonetheless. You know, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. Just be, and I think just having a little by little to do keep on going. Also, I'm too sleepy. Sorry, I gotta go to sleep. Good luck. Hey, no worries, Rikus. You go to bed. You take care of yourself, and you have a good time, man. I know you gotta wake up early in the morning. It's basically a Sunday night for you. You take care of yourself, bro. I'll let you know if I get the shiny. Knowing how this goes, there's been cases where the bad luck can sometimes just leave as soon as one person leaves. So maybe it's just been like one person bringing it in. I'm not trying to be offensive. It just might be that there might be like a bad luck ghost next to all of the next to you, swarming you as they try to get to you. Hey, again. Alright, now that we're alone, we got like 3 more minutes and we have 10 more encounters to try and see if we can get this. And if not, we're all good to go. Alright, we're at 92, we got 8 more attempts. We are now at 93. Probably wants to just mess around and make some of the time with the puzzle, but I doubt it will change too much of what the puzzle does or what it do. But, you know, we could try. I'm 100% down to try. Should we do that as our thing? Just make it so that way the puzzle is reforged through. Yeah, we can do that, definitely. For these like last 5 attempts. That dark blue. Now let's go ahead and just do the thing. Let's just get rid of the middle, reassemble it, and then do it. Looks like that was an attempt, but hey. Let's just go ahead and just turn off the middle. There we go. Hit the Leon pose. And then let's just go ahead and hit it. We are now at 97. Three more attempts before we call it quits, chat. There we go. Is that 98? $99, and then we're gonna hit 100, and we should be close to just wrapping that up. 100. All right, let's see what this is. I doubt it's shiny. Not shiny. Dang. Oh well. Oh well. What can we do about that? We hit 100 and we're good to go. I think we're going to end it on today. We'll get some more updates when it comes to streaming, update the format, do some more cleaning and coding of it, and we should be all good to go when it comes to this side. Alright, I hope to see you all later. Take care of yourselves. Hope you all have a good time, man. Peace.